Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Dicefunctional Campaign 2 with the Neighborhood Watch, where we last left our group of intrepid adventurers. They had just had the rude realization that Taxis is making a move, and apparently has made himself into a hero. You all have given the Queen of the North a bit of a warning, saying that this man is not who he seems to be, and he is not going to mean well. But unfortunately, the Queen doesn't seem to be able to do very much about that, as, well, he is still a hero. The party, on the other hand, doesn't like that answer. So, you all have reached out to, whomever you can to try and, deal with all the taxes. Maybe you could use, say, another god. So, you reached out to Pascal, the deity of peace and resolution. And maybe just showing how unusual you are, you guys got a meeting with him one-on-one. He was aloof, a little bit unpleasant, and gave you the information you needed, pointing out that Taxis is just here to get as far as he can. He wants to see how high reputation-wise he can get, how much his ambition could take him, and then he'll probably start again. But that was where you guys left off. You guys made your way back home. Kaz found out some more things about Reuben and how Reuben got to his state. And that was it. So, you guys are back in your tower. You're trying to figure out what exactly your next best steps are going to be. So this is largely up to you guys. What do you want to do? How do you want to handle it?
I think we should kill that guy.
Okay, well.
That's me, though. That's different opinion than the boy.
Well, we certainly will have to confront him at some point. Although he is likely to be an even more difficult fight than any of his pawns.
Granny?
What?
No, you're about to say something.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, I think we're maybe the only ones on the continent who can challenge him. And it'd rather be us than a legion of dragons.
I will point out that does lead to one other small issue that you guys are aware of. You don't know where Kalsathak's body is, and you guys kind of figured out that maybe resurrecting him and then immediately imprisoning him or something like that may be a good idea, but you don't know where his body is.
Yeah. We just know a general location.
Also, we can't do resurrection. I think it's I only have reincarnation.
Yes.
So that's also kind of an issue. All I have is reincarnation if we have the body. Or even just a part of him. But like,
that's weird for a dragon.
yeah.
Comes back as like a chihuahua.
It's no longer a problem.
It's not a problem anymore, but somebody's still mad.
I think he'd be equally angry.
Yeah.
Maybe doesn't solve the problems, actually.
I am not high-powered enough to have a true resurrection. But I do not have, as a druid, druids do not have resurrection.
What's the one between? Is
Phase.
resurrection the one that's just like you got like a week?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's just druids don't get it. They only get reincarnation for some reason.
There is also Raised Dead, which is 10 days, but that's
what I'm
also
thinking.
not a druid spell.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking of, is Raised Dead.
That's
which
what
I do not...
that's what I was like, I'm sure there's another one.
That's 5th level.
It's what I would get if I were like a cleric,
Yes.
essentially. But since I'm a druid, I get reincarnation.
Unfortunately, I am 3 levels cleric. So I got
Alright.
nothing.
Yeah, and it's on the paladin list, but I don't have 5th level spells yet.
Unless I can figure out a way to get True Resurrection, I don't think that's even an option, to be honest. Because it's a 9th level
And
spell.
I don't think we know any
And I only have 6 level
cleric
spells.
types that high.
Yeah.
No, we
I
don't.
would need to be 17th level to get that spell.
True
Yeah, that's
Resurrection
not gonna
is a druid spell.
Okay, but again,
It's
only
still
6
9th
levels.
level. But yeah,
Yeah.
it's still 9th level, but it
I
is
know,
technically a druid spell.
I know I can get it, I just can't get it right now, is the
Yeah.
thing. Unless there's like a way to get it right now, which I don't think there is, so.
The-
Anyway, I don't think that's actually even an option. And if I was sleeping when you guys were all doing this, so
yes.
I don't even know what's happening, to be honest.
We would
I was hanging out with my
need to
siblings and sleeping.
involve a fairly powerful divine caster from one of the
Do we know
various
any?
churches. Well, we do know one, but they certainly would not help us and would most likely try to kill us.
Right. Right.
Oh yeah, that guy. No.
Yeah, no.
We go to
Hey,
him, we're
can
like,
you-
hey man, I know we've had
Can-
our problems in the past.
Um,
Come on.
can you help us undo your God's
Yeah,
work?
exactly.
We're friends now. We're on your side now.
Yeah.
Come on. Hand
Sure.
over.
Where's
So,
my
I don't know.
priestess's body?
We lost it. Ooh.
So sorry.
Sorry,
I
princess,
actually don't
we
know.
lost
I don't
it.
remember what we did with it.
I think we burned it.
literally
I think we
burned
did
it.
throw it in the
Burned
plate of fire.
I don't know if we threw it in the plate. I think we burned it though.
Our garbage disposal.
Our garbage disposal.
No, we just happened to have the police send it out to a medium who lost it along the way. Which,
You know, police can't
If-
trust them.
if you don't know, that is
That is a real thing that
that
did
has
happen,
happened
actually.
dozens of times. Full bodies or heads have been sent off to mediums by police and have just been lost.
Then
That's
someone goes,
so
oops.
weird.
I love the idea of being like, oh, your priestess body, we mailed it back to you. Did you not get it? Yeah, we have the tracking number.
Actually, I just realized there is a possible way you could do it. And I would like you guys to roll intelligence checks.
Oh God. Okay. hold on.
Okay.
Let me pull back
You're
my-
like, I will tell you the cheat code if you're
Are we
smart
also
enough.
in the same day still, or have we switched days?
I think we're
have we
still in
all
the same
missing?
day.
It is
We
the
have
same
long
day.
rest.
It's
Oh
like
my
it's
God,
like
you
coming
guys,
into the
you
early
think I can
afternoon.
sleep?
That's
We
an
were-
after 20
we were
from Fitz.
We were. That's
Okay.
a 4 for me, dog.
Well,
I rolled a
let me
13.
roll anyways.
Well,
That's a nat one.
That's another one.
Oh, I'm not even logged in. Oh shit. Okay.
I don't even think it'll make
We-
much of a difference.
We were
That's fair.
preparing to long rest at the end of last session, but I think it
Okay.
technically hasn't happened yet. If you want to be pedantic.
Yeah.
But,
yeah.
The smartest mind in the world. Princess.
Yeah. Well,
No.
stop it.
Princess,
Stop that.
I'm going to attack you.
Princess, Daddy's about to fucking kill us.
Princess, prepare
Guys,
for my knife.
Jill,
Oh my
your
God.
entire workplace is like the epitome of echolalia.
Real. Correct. Because
Yeah,
after
it's like
the like meow 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 song played, every few minutes somebody would go meow 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 meow.
Why couldn't you have brought DuckTales back home? Why do I have to
I
hear this?
tried.
So I did roll a check, but I got a 12 total. So I think
I have
Sausage?
I have
Turn.
sent a message over to Jill with what Fitz has just realized.
That is interesting. That is interesting what you said. I'm trying to figure out.
What if Fitzify it?
I can do it for you. Fitz, as you guys are all sitting there in the room, kind of talking and trying to figure something out, you are idly kind of spinning the partisan, like twirling it in your hands, almost like you would spin an umbrella. And as you do so, light happens to catch off of the gems and the obsidian on it, and you do realize something.
Oh, the obsidian dragon guy, right?
No.
No?
No. We do know someone who has the ability to cast resurrection, but he wouldn't do it for free, wouldn't do it for us. Unless he was perhaps charmed by us, perhaps? Magically charmed by us? Nominated, perhaps?
What are you talking about?
I was trying to be sly about it, but
Fit.
charm
I'm stupid.
monster. Charm monster, Granny. Charm monster.
Okay.
We could charm him and then have him be our friend and say, "Oh, hey, would you mind resurrecting our good friend here, this dragon?" We just gotta get close enough to him to cast it. And hope he doesn't, you know.
Is he a monster or a person?
So
It works on people.
So
just
Charm
the
Monster is the advanced version of the Dominate and Charm spells. Person is limited to just humanoids. Monster is anything.
Well, no, I'm
Creatures.
asking because I have a potion of dominate person.
That is for specifically for people.
Got it.
Hold on. Wait, who are we dominating?
That's what I.
The priest. Okay, that's what I thought. So then the potion would work, right? Unless is the priest not a person?
But the potion is based on it's a little easier to hurdle over, I think, than monster, because monster is based on.
Yeah.
Wouldn't monster be based on like the
Monster
person
is just-
casting it? Do you have that?
No. Charm Monster is a save-based spell.
No. I know. What I'm saying is, if it's the potion, like if it's dominate person, the potion, right? That is based on the thing that's in the potion, because it's a potion of dominate person. So if you're doing charm monster, so like it's like 15 or whatever, because usually potions are lower.
Yes.
The only problem is anyone here strong enough to cast dominate monster?
I think.
looks at.
I can cast Charm Monster.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I was like, I think 15.
That's why I brought it up.
I don't.
I was like, I
do
thought
you
you
have?
picked up that.
Did you pick it up? I don't. Michelle doesn't know this.
Yes.
You fucking people
Bye.
have
dumb as
the
hell.
worst attention span.
I'm very stupid. will
Can I
plead-
plead the I've only slept like 7 hours and I haven't
That's
finished
fine.
it.
To be fair, so like.
I haven't finished my Red Bull drink.
So okay. If that is the what we do, how the heck do we get to him?
That part's easy.
Fitz just points to the mirror.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
that's right.
Okay,
That-
hold on a second. We don't want to break the mirror.
I don't think Sid's gonna break the mirror.
I mean, we could it's just a blitzkrieg. Jump through the mirror, get him.
We'd have to teleport him to the body while
Neil
using.
probably knows where it is.
How long would that spell last for?
Out of character, Charm Monster lasts for 1 hour.
That's
With
enough.
the movement capability you guys have, we can do that.
I say we take a rest before, just
Uh-huh.
because if we do that, I could possibly have a very low oracle number and make it easy for him to fail the save.
Yeah.
But if I get a
other-
high one, that's pointless, but whatever.
The other thing is,
Um.
even after the person comes out of a charm effect, they still recognize what they have done during that time. We would have to be prepared to fight the dragon to burn through its legendary resistances in order to seal it away, and then perhaps fight Sig afterwards.
I don't think Sequester has a Or is that what we're using sequester on the dragon?
Not sequester. Imprison.
Imprisonment.
Imprisonment. Does that have a save?
Give me a moment. I will check that.
But if it was
Like-
sequester,
or is it like
we'd have
force
2
save?
shots of it.
Well, Fitz has the spell. He has the scroll right now. So I just
Right.
need to look it up. Give me a
But
second.
it's 1 hit. We only get 1 chance.
Mm-hmm. Do not miss your chance to block.
Does that use components for imprisonment, or is it just a spell that can be casted?
It is a spell scroll. So it is assumed that whatever components you had to cast that spell have already been included in that spell scroll. That's how I
Okay.
rule.
Yes.
That's how I rule like spell scrolls and runes. If you're casting something that takes a component, to make that scroll, they had to incorporate it into the scroll in some way.
It would sort of
Yes.
lose the convenience if it was like, yeah, you have to have the spell
Yeah,
scroll
it'd
and
be-
also like a jeweled bowl.
And also, you need a gem worth 10,000 golds, and
That being
Jesus'
said-
left nutsack. Like it doesn't make sense.
Left one.
Jesus.
I'm reading
Jesus.
through and it's a wisdom save.
What's up, Jess?
But so that being said, if that fails, as long as we have 5,000 GP worth of powdered diamond, emerald, ruby, and sapphire dust, sequester I do have,
That is also an option.
Okay.
Yes.
which is I would
Um,
only want to do as an emergency because that is a lot of gold. It would be better
So-
if Fitz's imprisonment worked.
Yeah. So the imprisonment does have a save.
Mm-hmm.
With that said, I would say for all of your sakes, just because legendary resistances and actions aren't really an in-game thing, they're a meta feature to make combat more interesting. I will give you all this information. What legendary resistances he would have are likely not there because he is dead
Mhm.
and then being brought back to life.
I was gonna say, Jill, you go first because mine is like not important.
I was just gonna say, what's stopping us from casting imprisonment first and then resurrecting him?
It does have to be a creature, because once something is dead, it is no longer a creature, it's an object.
I will say most resurrection spells does leave the person exhausted
Weak.
in some way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he won't be at full
I-
strength.
I can say wisdom checks, wisdom's like checks too from everybody if you'd like a good way of doing
Yes.
this to be kind of like
Okay, you know what? I'm gonna do it. On here,
Well,
'cause-
theoretically, we could revive him, do a single hit to
It's a
knock
check,
him
right?
unconscious again, but still be alive, and then perhaps.
it is a check, yes.
Okay. Cool. 19.
Yeah, join
Oh,
me.
Jazz beat me.
Dirty 20.
Jazz beat me.
Glad you
And
got
nat
a
20.
nat 20.
Why?
Not even gonna
Yeah.
try. I don't have the wisdom for this.
I can't beat
Shakes your
Granny
hand.
either, even with a nat 20, so.
I got
Yes.
4.
Hold on, I will type this out to Becca.
I think it would be funnier if you just got up and walked to Becca's office and told her.
Just whisper in her ear and then walk back. No.
That requires
Oh, it-
walking.
Real.
No, thank you.
Wait, just tie a letter to Bean and send her on her way like a
And
carrier
then-
Okay,
pigeon.
that requires
20 minutes later, Bean comes
We'll
back,
wander in.
nibbling on the string that the letter was, and the letter is missing.
We can't. Yeah, I was gonna say there's no way in hell we'll ever be able to do that because Bean will play with the string.
I think you should get Bean a tiny backpack.
I think you should get Bean a tiny backpack and put a balloon on it.
I think you should get Bean a tiny backpack, put applesauce in it. Backpack
Why applesauce?
for her
For his
applesauce.
applesauce.
Backpack where she keeps her
For
applesauce.
applesauce.
Her name is Jom now. Jom's got the
Okay.
applesauce that you crave.
Let me check one thing.
Everybody kisses Juicy Jom Wave. Everyone should watch Monster Factory.
It's less. I know where it's from, but it's the fact that you knew all of it.
Yeah, of course I do. And also the like, somebody come fuck that.
Somebody come fuck that. Well, yeah,
Somebody
that
come fuck
one.
this.
Everyone knows somebody come fuck that.
Yeah. The Spore Monster Factory is so peak.
I need to
I
watch
love
it
the
again.
Spore Monster Factory. It's so good. And also the boy mayor of Second Life. I think dogs should vote. It's the truest now that it's ever been. I think dogs should vote.
Let me check one thing. Because I'm basically trying to figure out a good way to phrase this so that you guys have a very solid plan right in front of you when I type this feedback as a one moment.
Okay.
Guys,
We're too
if-
stupid to come up with a plan.
Yeah.
Guys, if you were at unnamed coffee place and you ordered a hot drink, and the really cool non-binary barista handed you a straw for your hot drink, how would you politely decline the straw?
I would
Asking
say
for
no,
a-
thank you. I'm good.
I wouldn't. I'd take the straw and not correct them.
Yeah, take the straw. Take the straw. Don't use it.
I would just take the straw and be like,
Yeah.
Definitely
Yeah.
unrelated. So I handed a lady a straw yesterday, like not yesterday, the day before last, but she had a hot drink, and I handed her the straw first, and then took her card and like processed the payment, and then I went to grab her drink, and I went, "You got a hot drink," and she said, "I did." And I said, "I gave you a straw," and she went, "You did." And I said, "Do you want me to take the straw back?" And she was like, "No, I'm gonna put it in my glove box." And I said, "Okay."
I know a lot of people
Yeah,
who
no,
keep
real
extra
bad.
That's what I
straws
do
in the
too,
glove
honestly.
box. But the other thing that I would do is accept it, and then maybe like on the way by where you get the silverware and straws for yourself, just like stick it into the straw holder.
Well,
I will
the
also
only
say
problem is it's only a drive-through.
Ah,
I
I
put
will
it in my
also
car
say-
for emergencies, like napkins.
I
Yeah.
would never have that issue because I would never order a hot drink.
Real.
Also that,
nice
I would
drink
never order a hot
boy.
coffee
I
drink.
actually got my comp drink on shift today. Was a hot drink. I got a Lucky Charms latte.
How was it?
It wasn't my
Yeah.
favorite.
I'm
It
just
wasn't
like
very
not
sweet.
like even in like my coldest, like the coldest things I've ever been, which frankly not that cold, but still I've been in some cold, whatever. I would still get a cold ice
Yeah.
drink.
You're like,
I'm just
one time I was in 50-degree weather.
uh-huh.
I was basically freezing.
exactly, truly.
No,
I was so
come
cold.
on,
I had-
it's gotten down to like upper 30s where iguanas were falling out of trees
Yes.
in Florida because of the cold.
That does happen. That
Poor
does happen.
iguanas.
And we got big ones outside my house. We got them big
Yeah.
ones. We got them big boys in the backyard that are like this big.
You should mail me one.
Yeah.
Did we
I have
did
to
we
get-
determine? Sorry, Connor finally sent me the message.
Yart.
Did we determine that imprisonment is a save or not? Like what
Yes,
save?
imprison is a save-based spell.
Okay.
So I've written that to you as like this is assuming best case scenario. This is how I would do it if I was in your shoes.
So, Granny's like, okay. So we have Charm Monster, which lasts an hour. The priest presumably has Resurrection, which, according to my notes, takes about an hour to cast. So we cast Charm Monster twice, and then start casting Imprisonment, and we can, while the dragon is waking up, per se, and if we want, we can further debuff the dragon. Like, I can prepare Bane, for example.
I mean, I can
Uh,
also debuff the dragon
Yeah.
a little bit.
So-
And then
To-
we hope and pray.
To give a meta explanation, basically, Charm Monster first, it's not going to last the whole casting of Resurrection. So, as Charm Monster is starting to wear off, cast it on him again.
Yes.
Because at that point, he's still under the effect of the charm. So he's going
So
to
you
think
just
you're
give
an
it-
ally, and he won't resist it.
Yeah.
So now you just cast another Charm Monster on him. You have another hour, more than enough time for the Resurrection to go through. Resurrection, just before it's about to go through, Fitz starts casting Imprisonment. So just as the dragon gets up, it's imprisoned. There you go.
And then we get the hell out of there. Leave that man
And then
behind.
you get the fuck out. That is That is your best case scenario, and that's assuming you get the charm monster off at the very first place.
Mm-hmm.
That is the big trick.
We've got. I was gonna say we've got. I usually get 10 slots in my partisan. So if we fuck it up, we can only cast it one more time.
Yeah, so it's 4 charges per casting of charm monster.
Yeah.
So Fitz has basically 1 shot for this to go off without a hitch.
Hope we
Okay.
get it right the
But
first
as I
time.
said, like we have
What's those?
potentially the
Stop it.
Oracle die, but also Fitz's 3 rerolls.
Yes.
And
I also can do other stuff to bring down.
I can also try to bane the guy.
Yes.
Although that's a charisma save, and
In case we do have to, like, there's a fight that must happen. Does anyone have spells they want to put into my coat before we go to bed?
You want a second
Sure,
level spell?
Yeah, I'll take
I
anything.
can put in. Let me check my channel.
I'll give you 2 first levels and 1 second level because that's all.
Okay, so that's 4.
I usually don't bother with this because we usually take pretty long between fights. But are we gonna take more than 1 day before we go after this guy?
It's up to you.
Because if we don't, I need to roll a d6 plus 4 for my recharge.
Mm-hmm.
I think
But
the
if we-
faster we do this, the better, because I don't know how fast the metallic dragon's going to react to his son's death.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
I have, regardless, I will still get the other 4 charges because I've got 4 left over, so I'll get plus 4. But I don't usually do it just cause.
There's
like-
not typically a tremendous
Yeah.
point to it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I wanna do it just
So
for
I can give.
posterity's sake.
You're full up. So I actually only have one big important question I want to ask you guys.
Mhm.
You know how you'll be able to find Sig. You could just use the mirror. I'm assuming stealth is going to be your smartest play here, because otherwise it's just go. It's just charge, which that could go bad really quick.
Yeah, no.
So, does anybody want to cast spells ahead of time for stealth?
Yes.
Okay.
Obviously, if we're going stealthy, we're going past without a trace. I'm also casting my armor, mage armor, so
Okay.
I'm at
Mage
19
armor.
AC.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, I have to check some.
Well, and I'm also the spell is coming from my
We're
clothes,
inside the
so
house.
we don't have to worry about me using a spell thing yet. Hold on.
So, all of you have been are now under the effect of pass without a trace. You have a plus 10 to your stealth checks.
Thank God.
Let's move forward.
Whoever is going to be potentially interacting with Sig, i.e., casting the spell or that
Fits.
stuff, I want to include them in Bless just in case he manages to go first and attempt to charm or dominate them.
So, Fitz, you have bless. So,
And
I would like all of you to
Oh.
please roll me stealth checks.
I'll additionally use one of my channel divinities to grant advantage on any mental saving throws.
No, that's okay. So,
Oh, thank God.
I actually, my roll didn't show up. I rolled 100 million.
roll stealth.
That was weird.
Roll stealth.
Hey guys. Check this out.
Check this shit out.
I rev my motorcycle, pulling up a plume of smoke, and you find me dead.
God, I'm so
I
glad.
was-
Check this
Well,
out.
I was channeling Ann Hansen.
Check this shit out.
Because I disadvantage.
Guys, I'm so glad we
Real.
all have passed without a trace, but my God.
I need
Yeah,
Kaz-
Jolly, I need
roll
you
was
to come
an
in and
18
decimate us with your
replaced
stealth roll,
by
please.
7.
I rolled an 18, so for me it's a total of 30.
Kaz is
30 total.
asleep
Jolly.
Jolly, wake
and
up!
muted. I think
Oh,
she
no.
stepped away.
She may have stepped away.
Dang, we don't get to have the boss bitch fucking stealth roll?
So
What?
that's not
Three.
great. So it's 16,
16,
22, 29,
29,
16,
16,
30,
30.
and
Whatever Jolly rolls, if it's not a nat 1, it's gonna be a 30 or above.
stupid. Yeah.
So if we're concerned, then honestly, the best bet would probably be either Fitz to bump that up to
I will.
21, or
We'll do.
bump the Garrison
I'll roll.
up.
I'll roll for Kaz because Jolly has stepped away.
Does someone
Otherwise-
want my 12? Because the 12 might actually be useful in this case.
If we're concerned, Darius would be the best bet because she'd be the first under,
So 30.
and that
So
would boost
40
it by-
actually.
Oh,
From-
well, why,
yeah.
why did I roll
Yeah.
stealth?
Because we're
Because you
stealthing.
weren't here.
Because you weren't there and we were trying to make stealth checks.
Oh,
So
You rolled 40 because we
It's
do
okay,
have
buddy.
pass
You
without
rolled a
trace.
40, so you're fine.
You're
Yeah.
good.
So
Okay.
based off of the whole party stealth thing, since it's more than half above, then Dash has the highest modifier out of the ones who failed, so she'd probably be the best to, or
Okay,
potentially
so-
failed. We don't know his perception.
So if Darius, if I gave Darius the 12,
Garrus?
that would put her. Shut
Garrus
up.
Vicarian,
Okay.
all around Turian bad boy, my favorite archangel in the Citadel.
I hate y'all.
Hey Joe, you know how you just texted me about being space brain today?
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I will
um
give Darius a 12.
okay, so Darius, you actually have a 12, so your mod is what's your mod for
It's
stealth?
a 25
It's 15,
total.
25 total.
Okay, so 25 total. So 25, 29, 30, 40,
Mhm.
16, and
16.
a 16. Okay.
216.
You all will step through a portal you've created using Mirror of Omniscience just outside of the church of the Chapel of Resolution, where you know Sig should be present if you're remembering what your friends have told you. The chapel itself is in a very nice state. It looks to be well cleaned. It looks to be well upkept. The mortar is all orderly. The bricks are all shined. There was very clearly a fire nearby, though that has been patched for what damage to the roof may be present. It does look like the rose bushes have been ruined, sadly.
I don't know who did that.
Who could have done? Who could have done that?
Crazy.
None of us. None of us.
No, what
With
you
me.
doing? Mm.
The celebration that was here when your friends showed up looks like has been packed up quite a while ago. You can maybe see some light discoloration in the grass where it was covered by a giant bonfire, but there's no signs of anything else. No scraps of food, no cloth, no carpets, no people milling around. The chapel seems quiet. You see nobody present. Would you like to go inside?
Can I see if I hear anything?
Yes.
Before we
You guys
head
may
in.
make perception checks if you like.
Cool. I will do that. No. I rolled a
Hey,
2.
check this shit out.
Check this shit out.
That's a
It
19.
worked that time.
That actually worked.
Uh,
Oh,
happens
also-
sometimes.
That is a 12 from Granny, and I don't know from Michelle, but it wasn't good. And
2 on the die.
as
so-
another, that is a 19 from Kaz and a 31 from Darius.
Oh, wait,
I got a 10.
I have expertise.
I'm gonna perceive just because maybe I want to.
Yeah.
If we're gonna
Connor,
go
why do
through
you
it-
sound so shocked? I have expertise in perception.
No, I'm not shocked. It's just always funny to see like 19, 19, 19, 31, 40. It's like, okay.
Make me do a medicine check and we'll see. We'll talk. Make me
Yes,
do
No,
a
we
medicine
see-
check.
We see enough big scary numbers from Kaz. I don't need to see any more from anybody else. Thank you very
I don't know
much.
what-
Make me
I
do
don't know
a
what you're
medicine
talking
check.
about.
No, you
Oh,
do.
that's
You do.
true,
Shut your
dude.
mouth.
Hitting you with a car
Um,
multiple times.
everybody is on edge. There is no denying that. Ignatius, even you, with your heavy armor and your proper constitution in comparison to other people here, even you are nervous. Sig is not someone to ignore and is not someone to be taken lightly. Thankfully, everyone here is keeping an eye out, and Darius, as well as Kaz and Fitz, are doing a pretty good job of keeping an ear out for anything happening. You guys don't immediately notice anything coming your way. Nobody's coming up to the chapel. There are no guard patrols. There is nobody who is going to be interfering with what you're doing. But Darius, you, on the other hand, will hear what is happening inside. You hear the sounds of one set of footsteps. Long strides, heavier steps. It's tough to pick out exact details from the stone brickwork, but it's likely a man. Likely a fairly big one, too. If you were to put money on anything, you would say Sig is in there.
Yeah, I think I'm going to put 5 gold on that.
I will not take that action.
I think I'm funny sometimes, right?
Yeah.
Thanks, Michelle. Appreciate it.
Goddamn. Brutal.
Listen,
So
Ash
you
is
all
busy.
begin slinking your way into the chapel. A few of you will go through the side door, mostly the less quiet of you. Namely Fitz, who you really want to keep out of line of sight, and Ignatius, who is wearing plate mail. But one of you will go in through the front. And that is Kaz. Kaz, you aren't detected. You're confident of that.
Okay.
But you also wind up getting the first eyes on Sig before anybody else here. And you can see, standing at the altar, as he's beginning to pull up a cloth that is draped over it and fold it and then set it aside somewhere, dusting his hands, he looks quite irritated, quite upset. He has been seemingly renovating the church. Notably, it looks like he is renovating the religious symbols.
Huh?
He is getting rid of the religious symbols associated with Pascal.
Right. Yeah,
And
Lactose told me about that.
Yeah.
At least the symbols.
Yeah, he's removing the cloths associated with Pascal. He is removing the emblems. He's getting them out of here. You can only assume what he's going to be replacing them with.
So like they're tearing down the religious symbols and the decorations of Pascal, basically?
Yep, any decorations associated with Pascal, he's removing.
Did they at least install any new ones at the moment, or no?
They have not been installed yet, but you have a hunch who he's probably going to be putting up instead.
Motherfucker. Fucking hates that.
Now, Kaz,
Okay.
the rest of your party is nowhere near as stealthy as you. And you basically have one shot at this, at making sure that Sig doesn't resist the spell that Fitz is going to cast. So you have an idea. You begin slinking away over to the side room, where some beds are supposed to be, as well as some separators. You don't see any separators anymore, nor do you see a second bed, but you do see a room of some sort. So, you do your best option. And you just knock over a vase that happens to be nearby. The rest of you hear from a room that, well, you don't know where Kaz is, a room adjoining. You hear something shatter and hit the floor. Hit the floor and shatter, I should say. Sig will immediately flip his head over there and start looking in that direction, away from you all, so that he is no longer drawn to your attention. With the rolls that you guys have, you well and truly passed his passive. He can't see you. He doesn't know you're there.
Damn.
So that leaves only one thing to do, and that is to cast Charm Monster on Sig Lornum. So before he makes a save, all the debuffs you guys want to throw at him, what are they?
I was going to bane him, I think, because that subtracts a d4 from his saving throws. It is a saving throw to prevent being baned, but it's a charisma.
Yeah. Who knows?
Who knows? If it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't.
Okay.
And I'm
So-
assuming we're basically doing this simultaneously, so he's not
Yeah,
really gonna
this
get
is an
it.
ambush. You guys are all dropping
Yeah.
these spells all in one go.
So mine is technically post because mine is just to like change it.
Yours is reactionary.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did roll
Okay.
for it already because I knew I would be using it no matter what. So
Okay. So what's
he
the
can
number?
Negative. It's 4, so he can.
It's minus
remove
4?
4. Minus 4.
So
or whatever.
-4 from you. Bane is going to be cast by Granny, so that is a save. What is your save DC?
It says it right there, 17.
17? Okay.
17,
will-
so-
And it's a
Do that
charisma
roll
save.
first. The 22 from Sig, he will
Jesus
pass.
Christ.
Oh
Yeah,
my
whatever.
god.
Charisma is insane.
I figured he might.
Oh well.
Okay.
The
So-
plus 6 is the proficiency, actually. I think. He's at the 9th level. Yeah.
Yeah, his proficiency should be +6. Yeah, +6 is his proficiency, not he does not have a +6 to charisma, guys.
Yeah.
No, I know.
So you were raising your hand, Darius? Well, Jess. Discern true name, okay. Wisdom saving
It's-
throw?
I don't think it will happen, but I can try.
Well, the thing is, he is unaware of you, and there is no indication that he would be aware of you doing so. So I will just roll that you just succeed because he has no awareness of you.
Oh, great news, guys. We have a backup if this fails.
Yes. And I don't. So, what Ignatius is doing, I don't know if he has any sort of spell or object that is helping boost his saves, but on the off chance that there is, Ignatius is going to use Dispel Magic to either remove any spells or suspend the effects of magical objects on him.
Let me check.
If there's particularly anything that would affect his saves. And if there isn't, I'm expending the spell slot anyways.
Okay. That is fair. You expend a spell slot to dismiss any magic temporarily on him. Okay.
I just need to know if I need to roll.
No rolls are necessary. Okay. So, Fitz, I'm going to roll against your wisdom save. That should be 18.
Okay. Roll
Actually,
back.
no, you know what? I will use the Moody Blues.
You're breaking up the Moody Blues on an important save.
Well, he needs to roll at to most he can roll is a 10.
Dude, I'm gonna hit Alt F4.
Anna, what did you roll?
Oh, we know
I want
it's
a
either
picture of
good or
what
bad.
you just rolled.
Okay. I apologize. I will take a picture.
We know it's either good or bad.
I
He's
need to
like,
know
"Are you
whether
gonna
I
lie
need
to us?"
Whether I need to hit you with the fucking Cersei chain, they'd be like, Wrong.
Reroll.
Incorrect.
Again.
I don't believe you'd fudge a roll, but I also want
No.
photo proof of that facial expression reasons.
I the only things I've ever like wound up fudging is like if a fight is like not going poorly but going boring. That's the moment where I'll be like, okay, I undershot the HP. I need to adjust this. Like that's the only time I fudge it.
Or if the boss has missed 6 consecutive attacks.
No, I don't fudge then. I just pull out my actual dice. Thank you very goddamn much.
I mean, that's the same thing as fudging them.
When I start getting pissed out, that is when I do so.
Pissed out.
Pissed off.
Pissed out.
Sorry.
Where's it going?
Do you want to know why I said pissed out? It's because Jess just sent me a chibi jokey picture with the caption "Get him out." So I read out, and my brain went out.
Oh my god.
Pissed off.
Pissed out. No, now we say pissed out. Sorry,
Okay.
guys.
Yeah, what was I heard you
No.
say. I heard you say pissed. Okay, we got pissed out, pissed off. And I was said pissed on, and then I was like,
No.
Whoa.
Not here.
Oh,
No.
Whoa.
So, Fitz, you cast Charm Monster upon Siglaronum. As you
Best friends.
As you do so, he will passively attempt to contest it as he is not aware of the spell, but he is still trying to resist it by his own nature.
Because he's not our friend.
Because he is not your friend. And he will roll a 5 on the die. Plus his wisdom save of plus 13 would bring him to 18 exactly.
But
Oh,
he
minus
Minus
4.
Oh.
Meaning that he fails.
He's our best friend now. We're having
Jesus
fun talking later.
Christ.
Jesus.
So
Fuck
you
you,
will
Moody
see.
Blues.
You will see. No, don't be mean to him. You will see that Sig will straighten up a little bit. He will scratch his chin between his mutton chops. And it appears the spell is taken. He is charmed, Fitz.
Do we just
You
trust
have an
him
hour.
now?
He is charmed. He is under the assumption you are his ally.
Alright.
we should do it
Fucking-
before someone comes
Yeah.
by and questions.
Yeah, we bust the door in and basically be like, oh, Sig,
It
I need your
is-
help with something."
By the way, just to let you guys know, this is happening at the dead of night. It is basically like 10 o'clock at night as you're
No
doing this.
problem.
Yeah.
Here, quick, ask him where the dead dragon is.
I think I basically just like Jess said, like blitzkrieging it, but like in a passive way, being like, "Oh, Sig, great to see you. We've got some questions. Do you know where the dragon is, by any chance? The body of the dragon."
With the dragon.
Yeah.
Yes, I do know where his body is.
We really need to get there, and we would love for you to come with us.
That can be done.
Incredible.
Tell me, friend, has something occurred?
Just real urgent business having to do with the dragon's body. It'll all make sense when we get there, I promise.
Well, that can be done. Lead, go.
This is unsettling. I hate doing this.
That's like gatekeep. Little boss.
It's our friend Sig for an hour.
Tell me, friend, like he didn't just try to kill us on like a few months ago and made him so mad he cracked his own molars.
Could I please get a set of perception checks from everybody?
I don't like it, but yeah, you can.
I don't.
21 on my end,
Perception.
I think.
Yeah, perception.
You both rolled a 10 on the die.
I rolled 1,000,000.
Hey,
A
not
million
20.
Nat 20.
30, 20. Oh, nice.
Natural 20 from Ignatius. Dirty 20 from Granny. Fitz got a 26. Darius got a 22. 19 from
Perspective we
Kaz.
all are.
What did
I
you
also
get?
got 19 as well.
19 as well?
I
Okay.
like how I have the lowest bonus and like by raw numbers, Dare still did as well, and Fitz did better.
So I'll say all of you actually will hear this faintly in the distance. As you all are preparing with a teleportation spell to make your way over towards the body, you guys hear the faintest sound of what sounds like coyotes. Like cackling
That's
in the
our
distance.
fucking enemy!
You hear the sound of coyotes yipping and yelping somewhere off in the distance. You don't know where though.
We
What does
gotta
that
fucking
mean?
go.
That's
Found
him.
him
It
here.
means
Texas.
It means Alexis probably senses that we charmed his potentially strongest follower.
Oh, no.
Yeah, let's go.
The fuck out of here!
I mean, as just off in the distance, in order to be kind of a distraction for if Altaxis tries to intervene, Ignatius is gonna just go like that. Just hang it up in the air, like.
It's like when, if you have ever remember playing Dead by Daylight, there's a perk that if you and the monster look at each other, you both light up. It's like doing that and being like,
It's like that, yeah.
Shining the
So-
flashlight in his eyes. Fuck you.
yeah.
So, you will teleport towards where the body is. You find yourselves in the middle of what can effectively be just a stretch of road. It's the middle of nowhere, maybe a few miles off from where an actual city is. Right near maybe some kind of main stretch of road, probably a few miles off. Distantly, you can see what looks like the vague ambient glow of city lights. Quite a ways out. You're nowhere near anything. And yet still there are tents. Little campsites. Where people have begun gathering around and near the body of a dead dragon. A massive dead dragon. A bit like a whale fall, the scavengers have started to arrive. And they started trying to strip what they can from the body. Starting with the scales. To limited to success. You also see that there is a small pile of tools with broken hafts and broken tips, where the metal that's been used to try and pry loose the large scales, almost as thick as the metal that would be used to reinforce keeps and castle walls, just hasn't budged. It looks like the camp has gone quiet, currently though. Work has ended for the night, as nobody has had any luck scavenging anything from this man. Well, this creature. But you appear. With Sigronum along with you, hands clasped in front of him, with the almost like rosaries wrapped around his hands, this large, balding priest, thick mutton chops and a bright red nose from likely alcohol consumption. He walks with you. This should be where the body is. I can't blame them for all for trying, though I doubt they'll have any luck.
Yes.
So, what exactly is the issue here, friend?
This is going to sound quite odd, I'm afraid. We have been tasked with resurrecting the dragon.
Interesting.
Not to its full strength, just enough that he's alive. We need to imprison him.
Creature of this size, it's unlikely that any normal resurrection would even come close to bringing it back to its full power. It would take long moments of rest. But this can be done.
And that's why we brought you, because we know that you are, of course, powerful enough to do it.
Perhaps even
My dear boy.
best.
Flattery is not necessary. But I do appreciate it.
It's not flattery if it's the truth. You are in fact powerful enough to do it, my friend.
Yes.
I'm
I would
not.
recommend you begin getting your spell ready to imprison the creature.
Of course.
No, start casting it now.
Oh, yeah. All right.
Go on.
Wait, if it starts casting Imprison, who can re-up the Charm Monster?
Just hold on.
Okay.
Fitz will, faced with a semi-authority figure, Fitz will immediately start casting imprisonment. He's ready for it.
All of you are now on edge. The plan has just shifted. He's telling him to immediately start with the imprisonment. Darius?
The thing is, I've had something in my back pocket this whole time.
What's that?
The reason I learned his name is because utter ego can cause a charm effect as well on a person with no save.
This is also true.
So I'm the backup.
Yeah, you absolutely are.
In very, very, very worst case, I can buy us a little extra time with command.
I'm also, because I don't like there being that many people here, rushed casting Discern True Name Location on the area, and then right after casting Utter Ego, except on location, not on creature, and then making it a repel spell. So that way everyone in the area will want to move away from the dragon.
Smart. Yes.
I would also like to roll an insight check on him.
Go ahead.
Okay. Freaking decent, at least.
Mhm.
I believe that is a 24. Yeah, 24. I rolled 13 on the die.
He is going to assist his friend.
That's my word.
Wait, no. His friend is too vague.
No, that's vague. I don't like
That's
that.
not enough.
Yeah.
Is he wearing the friendship bracelet? I
His-
just imagine making
his-
him.
His friend is as in Fitz. I am referring to Fitz.
Yo,
He is going to assist
That
his
would be
friend,
nice.
Fitz.
that's my best friend, Terry
Okay.
Dubois from Disco Elysium.
So,
I don't like
you
this.
all are starting to panic. Darius has started casting a different spell to try and figure out the name of this location. You can see Kaz, Granny, Ignatius. You guys can see that Fizzy is starting to very closely scrutinize the face of Sig Thronum. As 30 seconds have passed. And you see Sig will begin wrapping his rosaries around his knuckles as he pulls forward a symbol of what looks like a eagle. And you see he starts whispering something to it as just before the imprisonment goes off, he will use divine intervention.
What?
Yeah,
And
if he's
As
high
Sig
enough
is a
level,
level
it
20
automatically goes
cleric,
off.
it will automatically succeed.
Wait, does that mean that we just forced out the Texas to revive the dragon?
He's our friend.
I mean, you know, I was considering that being a possibility.
I forgot about divine intervention.
I forgot. I should have known by that.
How did you forget?
Congratulations, guys. We have
No,
now
I
officially
know.
entered a situation.
And at this point, I would like another set of perception checks from everybody.
I'm casting a spell. Do I get to do one?
No, you don't have to if you don't want to. You are casting a spell.
Actually.
You said perception?
Perception. That's a natural one from somebody.
Why?
Granny's like, divine intervention.
I did roll a 27.
Okay.
Granny's like, what god do you follow again? Did you refresh my memory?
Maybe we didn't think this through.
I'm gonna throw up. I do not want. I'm
We're
so
gonna
glad
fight him tonight.
I was not. No, that's not. Oh my
gonna make them fight.
We're gonna make him fight his god! Beat the shit out of him, Sig!
You think a majority of the party is too distracted to pick up on what else has just occurred. Granny, as a cleric, the presence of a divine intervention is extraordinary. It is an overwhelming sensation that you don't think you have the words to describe. So you don't pick up on anything. Fitz, even you're midway through casting spell, you don't notice it. Darius is the only person who hears again the faint sounds of coyotes.
I also hear it.
Oh, sorry, you rolled the same thing.
Yep.
Fizzy as well. You two are the only ones who hear the faint sounds of coyotes yipping and yelping somewhere off in the
I
distance.
would have known you rolled that, but you rolled physical dice like a loser.
Yeah, well, I need to use them, okay?
Jesus fucking Christ.
Wait, hold on. Michelle, I have the same fucking bag that's filled to the brim, and my dispel dice are separated. I get it.
I have a cauldron.
And the dragon will rouse ever so slightly. You see the dragon will open his eyes and he'll try to start standing up, only to be struck down just as quickly. As you'll see, with a brilliant flash of light, the dragon vanishes. And instead, a large lump of something like amber slams into the ground where he used to be. The imprison spell has gone off. The spell scroll is gone. You may remove it from your inventory. And you all are looking at a large mass of amber, about the size of a basketball, with the vague shape of something like a very small dragon inside of it.
Can immediately run there and pick it up and say, we should get out of here fairly quickly.
Yeah, because we need to put this in. Yeah. Yep.
Now,
Connor, just to be safe,
yes.
I would like to cast Discern Utter Ego on the priest and just do Charm Person on him real quick, essentially.
Okay. You
Just to
do
keep it
so.
up.
He is you know confidently he is charmed through effectively two sources. He is charmed 100%.
Thank you so much, Sig. This has been a real help. I trust. Do you have your own way to get back?
Yes, I have my ways.
Of course. All right. Well, we'll be off. Thanks so much for your help.
Yes.
Connor, what kind of a creature would Altaxis be? I.e., if I used Divine Sense, would it potentially pick him up?
Yes. I'm not going to type him, but I'm going to say yes. Divine Sense will detect the presence of a deity.
I am gonna use that to see if he's actively watching us from
This
nearby.
is like people in a submarine where they have like the radar, and you see just like a giant red dot appear, and you're like, oh no! Bing, bing.
Ignatius, you use Divine Sense, and you look around, and you see nothing. And we will take a quick 5 to 10 minute break here. So, you guys now have a large chunk of amber with some creature inside of it. Seemingly, Kausathak. I will let you all know it is Kausathak.
Seemingly.
Yeah, don't say that, bro.
So, what's next?
We should definitely offload this as soon as possible.
Yep.
Yeah, we need to get
Yep,
this
yep.
piece of amber over to his dad.
When we get to the tower, I'm gonna cast Immune and try to reach out towards, if not directly his dad, one of the disciples that are there.
How would you like your son delivered?
I'm literally gonna say something along the lines of, "Hey, we have him encased in a thing of amber. How do you guys want us to give that to you?"
A bit of a time crunch. We kind of have a guy. We accidentally might have done something. We need to do this fast.
Listen up, it's a stork here delivering your baby boy.
Here's your kid.
With your permission, we can open the mirror and whoop, directly into your lap.
I wish that could all be said, but commune is a one-on-one spell.
They're just like, everyone shut up. Only I can do this.
So, as you're preparing to get your way back to the tower, you cast commune.
Yeah.
And you will reach out to the god of metallic dragons. And in this case, he will respond directly.
Oh, great. Love that for us.
Awesome.
And the response, as you will see, is just two ethereal-looking eyes that appear in front of you, just bright white. And they just open up, looking at you.
That's not an answer, Connor.
Hey, girly.
No, as in I'm giving you the chance to say what you gotta say. Like, to ask the question to him directly. Like, you've cast
Where
a
do you
spell
want
and...
this?
Is that my son?
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah, that's your son.
Yeah. What do you want this?
Maybe say we brought him back to life and now he's imprisoned. You're welcome.
My guys can move this any way you need it. Where you want it?
Guess
what?
He's alive in here. I can shove him through our mirror that lets us teleport anywhere.
In that case, provide him to me. No.
You want
through your mirror.
You got it, Chief.
I will give you the okay to do so.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was looking for. I didn't want to just drop in out of nowhere. It felt really rude.
I'll be
As soon as we're
waiting.
back at our tower. Cool, let's get to the tower quickly.
I can delete that icon. I don't need that anymore.
Cats teleport like it's a smoke bomb.
We all show up in the tower, face down dead.
The smoke clears. We are dead on the teleport pad.
It's the second time that drill tweet has been referenced.
I fucking love that tweet.
It's so good.
It's a good tweet.
One of the best. That and I will face God and walk backwards into hell.
You teleport back
Sorry.
into the tower, carrying the large hunk of amber with you. Your intent, relatively simple: get it to the chest, get to the cart, send it where it needs to go. And as you all step inside the tower, you all are greeted by the sound.
Well, fuck.
This is where all of our loved ones are.
Yeah, this is not great.
Yeah, we haven't had the chance to send them home yet because all of it died yesterday.
Hey, I'm not paying attention to this. I'm just getting to the chest.
Rush it.
I'm not.
Yeah.
Beeline.
We can. If he is bold enough to go against the metallic god himself directly, let him do it. I'm ignoring him.
Yeah.
You all begin charging out of the teleportation room to get downstairs towards the chest where you keep it inside that storage closet and have the entire time. And you see at the center of the room, at the bottom floor, you see a large group of people, many of whom are on the floor, some with broken bones, some bloodied, and standing in between all of them is a man in a maroon suit with a terrible canine smile and bright golden eyes as he stares up to you, furious.
Pussy.
Insult him.
No, he went after. He is supposed to be here trying to be a god of ambition, and he's going after the weakest link to try to insult us.
Are they
He's not trying to get
alive?
us at our best.
Yeah.
Another dead, right?
Are any of
You
them
don't know.
dead?
Oh, okay. But who got hurt?
It
think
appears to
everyone.
be it appears to be the individuals who are here in the tower.
Yeah,
Bro,
I'm
what about
throwing
the
out.
fucking infant?
They were not in the tower. They were in the cart.
Darius kept his family in the cart because that's where they slept.
Mhm.
Well, I meant my NPC's infant.
You don't see the baby.
Again, going after weakness.
like how
man
you
is
said
fucking,
that.
that man fucking sucks. Like I'm.
Yes.
I don't stop. Darius completely ignores him and keeps going to the chest.
Sorry, as Darius is moving, is my NPCs like Brodok, the gnomish lady and her husband, do I see them in the
You can see that
sorry, guys.
Brodok's husband has effectively had what looks to be a good chunk of teeth knocked out. There are several teeth scattered along the floor.
Really sorry, guys. I shoot him.
Oh, I was throwing out a mass
I-
healing, a mass cure wounds as this happens.
I have questions that I'm also going
Yeah,
to be doing
you can.
something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Bro,
throwing a
no,
Let's
mass,
just go down the
as-
list.
Just
a mass cure wounds as this is happening.
Alpataxis will lazily watch as you run past him, Darius. And as you go to cast Healing Word, he will simply point out a finger and go, Counterspell.
Wait, Fitz, do you still have spell slots?
Well,
I have.
I'm petty
Not
enough. I'll
seriously.
counterspell.
That's I'm making a joke, Fitz, but
Like, I'm petty enough to counterspell his counterspell.
Because I mean, we teleported back using.
Also, he
might-
has to have done it at least a 5th level because mass cure wounds is a 5th level spell.
He did.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just
No.
saying.
I'm just trying to figure out how many spell slots I have.
I would have done it because as long as I have one teleport a day, we use it first
Mhm.
to keep you from wasting your spell slots.
Okay.
So, would you please roll your check on the counterspell?
Yep. That will just be my spell casting amount, so just a charisma check.
Yep.
Ability check.
One moment.
Normal. No.
Reroll
No.
that. Reroll that. Reroll that.
Okay. Sarastine
Try
Chandler, reroll.
Alright.
Try that shit again.
And also, I'm doing that from the code. I'm not doing that for my spell slots.
I
so you know.
accidentally
So-
exited the game.
16. Sixth
I'm
level
no,
spell
I'm
level.
helping. I'm helping. Screw that. And I have my D4,
Okay, please do.
a 4.
Could we go
So,
down? the
20, a
Bugatti?
10th level spell or lower.
Yeah. Can we have an order to this?
Sorry.
Please.
Sorry.
I'm
sorry.
Because
I
I
am
would love
very
to know
scared.
things.
Yeah.
So sorry.
It's been stuck
Okay.
in limbo.
Everyone
here
roll
for a minute.
initiative.
Or we just go down the list.
Don't worry. Shush. With a 20 on your counterspell, you will be able to dismiss his attempt at blocking the mass healing word. You will see that the individuals who are all your friends, who are all scattered around him, are they all will immediately snap back and start breathing again. They are still wounded quite badly.
Yeah, that's fine. I just want to make sure everyone was.
The civilians, there are individuals who are significantly worse off, are going to immediately try to back away from all the taxes. Bronach, her husband, Max, they're not going to try and stay near him. They can't fight him.
And as I said, immediately shot at Alpataxis at best, or at worst, hoping to distract him from both Darius and the wounded.
Make an attack.
And
And then
By-
we can go down the list.
I know. Don't worry. This is not a fight. You need to understand.
I did what I needed to do.
I want to make sure that people feel like we are following a proper order.
You fire a shot at Aldotaxis to draw his attention away, and you'll see that one hand quickly comes up. He drops a lead bullet, it tings against the ground.
She is. She's not talking to him. She's just furious and like is glaring.
Did anybody else have stuff they wanted to do? And
I just want to see who got hurt or not. That's all I want. That's all I want from this.
Would you? Okay. So to make it clear, it is everybody in the tower. It is all of the NPCs.
I know, but I just need to know who's most lethally hurt. Is what I guess.
They are all basically on single-digit hit points with the heal mass heal wounds that was cast.
Oh.
Sorry, mass healing word.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Just gonna kind of further try to distract him and try by effectively taunting him and saying, "Not very heroic of you, don't you think?"
We'll see what history says. Come on down. Let's talk. Come on now. Neighborhood watch. Let's talk. His voice artificially amplified to reach you easily as he just talks at a normal pitch.
Ignatius will go forward to talk and also kind of get Darius whatever time she needs to get through and check in her family and stuff.
Darius has already gone through. She has already sprinted past. She ignored this entire situation and went to the chest. It is just you five.
Fitz will also step forward, like, partisan at the ready.
If people are starting to step forward, Granny will stand shoulder to shoulder.
I'm not going.
Neither am I.
I need to
I'm
make
staying
it
back with Kaz.
I need to make it clear where Fitz is stepping forward. He is stepping forward to be between Alataxis and the people who are on the ground.
I understood.
And
I get you.
he is holding hard eye contact with Alataxis. Like, pissed off. Angry boy.
Only three. At least one of you had the guts to just run on past. I have to respect that about her. Two up there, though. Never liked cowards.
Oh, you don't like cowards? Really? Because you should look in a mirror then. Because fighting people who can't really fight back, kind of cowardly, actually. Don't seem worthy of my time. Really?
You'll just gently wave a hand in the area around you, and Kaz turns silent.
I roll my eyes so hard.
I put a middle finger.
I roll my eyes so hard.
We know you want a challenge, and you want give it.
Yes, yes.
Though
I
would
heard
not
you.
prefer to do it at our best.
You're nowhere close your best. Not even close. I heard you went and talked to my brother, Pascal. That's what he's calling himself, I believe. So, tell me, what's your plan? Fight me? Imprison me? That went out the window, didn't it? Hey, Fitz.
Oh, that was never the option.
Yes, but fighting is not an option now either, is it? You all know just as well as I do. You can't touch me. The dragon, that was a fight. A great fight, too. One that's gonna get spoken about a lot. But you all, if you all were to try and fight me right now, well, it'd be a bit like swatting flies. Sure, you could manage to nick me, get a few cuts in, maybe cast a force cage, or bane me. Oh, you can't beat me.
One time. I used Bane one time this entire campaign.
You can't beat me. Nowhere close.
I think you'd be surprised at the tenacity of mortals.
I wouldn't. And that's my favorite thing about you all. You're so tenacious. You're so ambitious. You crawl and you claw and you fight. It's beautiful.
I shoot him again.
Fuck you. Fuck you.
Roll
It's a moment
attack.
of
Go ahead.
action, I'm so sorry.
No, it's fair. It's fair.
It's so fair. I mean, that's why I'm staying back for a reason, which is I have my reasons for Fizzy staying back. I'm not giving this man what he wants. Fuck that.
You fire another shot at him, and again the hand whips up and catches the second bullet. He tosses it to the ground. See, that's what I love about you mortals. That's what I love about you. It doesn't matter where it is, what continent, what world, what... I can't say that, can I?
You're trying to hit the mute button. Shut up! Shut up!
Get out of my house!
Can you cast deafness on myself too?
I
Please,
channel
I
divinity to plus 10 that.
I will tell you,
Accidentally roll
25.
damage.
It's okay.
No.
25 will match.
Wow. Okay.
Oh, okay, I won't use my channel.
And you shoot him. You fire a shot, and it lands into his chest, and he stumbles just a touch. It's beautiful.
Get out of our damn house.
Or what? You can't stop me right now.
Bet.
You're nowhere close. That
Doesn't stop me from trying.
didn't even wound me.
But I hit you.
You did. That's what I love. You'll keep fighting. It's beautiful. It really is.
All I get is I'm very much of a masochist right now.
I am cooking something absolutely rancid in my head. I am cooking the most toxic yaoi known to man. I got plans I can't talk about right now.
So,
Plans.
but I need to make sure you all keep coming for me. Because you could just walk away, couldn't you?
We could come for you anyway. Don't worry.
You don't need to make
Your
sure
silence,
at this
shush.
point. You don't need to make sure at this
I'm
point.
muttering
We
to
already,
myself. I meant to be on mute. I'm so sorry.
we already fully intend on killing you,
That's
and
not
preferably
good
making it as
enough.
brutal as possible.
If you thought we were going to walk away from this, you haven't been paying attention. We've got no
Oh?
intention of walking away from this, especially not after this.
I don't think you're paying enough attention to all your friends. So, let's make a deal. Choose one thing. Here. One of your friends. This tower. Your cart. Choose one. I'll destroy it. You can choose it. Or don't. I'll just choose myself. But I need to light that fire and make sure you keep coming for me, no matter what. Choose.
I know what my choice is,
So do
But we-
I.
but we
Like, the
need
problem-
to get Darius and
Yeah,
everyone
that's what I was gonna
out
say
of
too.
there.
We need to get
If
the
the cart's
family out.
destroyed, it will eject them.
Yeah.
Yes.
And all the items that
although-
weren't originally in the cart.
This is true.
Although we do still have to get things out of there because in the cart we have eyes in a room. We have the people with that sleeping curse
Oh
in
god,
a
the
room.
sleeping.
No, the sleeping curse is in the tower.
They're in the
Yeah.
tower.
Alright,
Okay.
but we-
I assumed all other people, save for Darius's family and the mirror, are not in the cart. I assumed even Aish. I assumed even he has been moved to a room in the tower
Yeah.
because
The
that would be the
tower-
most logical conclusion for you guys to make.
Yeah, it's become sort of the permanent residence the tower has.
Where the fuck is the cart? Is the problem?
last we had it was.
And the
can't
person that could
remember.
warn them is not even here. Is the problem?
I can't remember if it was Giron or if we had it moved back close to the base of the mountain in Karhe.
What do you mean
He
the
was-
person that could warn them isn't here?
Darius.
That's you guys have communication things.
We
Oh,
have
that's
cars,
right.
babe.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that.
We can talk to each other, babe.
Brother,
Okay,
what?
so we should tell Darius that we have to choose a thing. Because I'm fine with the cart too. I don't know about everyone else, but I'm fine with the cart.
While this is happening, Darius, you have rushed into the cart. You have the large hunk of amber in your hands, and you charge towards the Mirror of Omniscience, correct?
Oh, the
Okay.
mirror's in the cart too, isn't it?
Yep. So, you run towards the mirror. And I'm assuming, are you just going to pull open an image directly to the metallic dragon? You pull open the image. And there he is. There is someone like the metallic dragon, like he used to look. Something's changed. He doesn't look right. Birsokoi looks different. This thin elven body he had, it's splitting. You can see little bits of scale where the splits are. The jaw looks almost a little distended. He looks monstrous. It looks like the body he is using is not lasting, and it may have to do with maybe his temper. Birsokoi looks at you. So, my son, pass him through.
Darius will hold one end and shove it. Careful not to put her hands though.
Baby delivery.
He's alive.
Yes. You didn't. I know you're not responsible for this. So I'm not angry at you.
You're just angry at the situation.
I'm just angry. But thank you. I won't. I won't reward you directly.
I didn't expect a reward, to be honest.
You're a smart one. I like that. It's good to see.
Righting wrongs don't get a reward.
It can
Can't be mad
occasionally,
at someone.
but this is...
Can't be mad at someone who was deceived.
No, you can't. I have problems to contend with.
So do I. The thing that caused your son to die is in our tower, currently standing around all of our friends' loved ones.
Best of luck.
Thanks. Hopefully your son doesn't try to go on another killing rampage.
No, we'll be having a conversation.
And Deus
Goodbye.
will just kind of like give a little bow.
He says, he looks at you and says, goodbye. He gives a very polite nod. He doesn't dismiss you. He graciously takes his son, nods at you, and lets the portal disappear. It's at this point, I'm assuming, one of you in the tower will reach out to Darius directly.
I think if no one has any objections,
Probably fits.
I think in a very, very Fitz typical panicked voice, you're just gonna hear Fitz with no other explanation. Grab your family in the mirror and brace for impact.
I assume Gwen's not far.
You'll be able to grab hold of them.
And just pick up Ari off the floor.
And you hold your children. You hold your child tight.
Technically, I hold my children since one of them's.
Technically, you do. You hold your children tight, as well as your partner.
Balloose is also technically at the cart because that's where he was last time. So.
Okay, the horse is not in the cart. I don't know how to tell you this. We do not put the horse in the cart.
He's wearing a little t-shirt and he's sitting at the dinner table.
He is because I had him at the mirror in case if he needed to come through for us.
It's true.
He's just BoJack.
He's just BoJack Horseman. You, Darius, do as we described. So, what's the decision?
Cart.
Fine, destroy the cart. Won't change anything.
No, but it does set the tone. By the way, 7 days. I'll ask you for a new one. And he disappears.
He's been watching too many movies.
7 days. Get out of here, fucking Samara. Motherfucker.
Darius, you're inside the cart with your wife and your daughter. And suddenly you hear, get your job done. Good. Get out. You're not part of the deal.
Make sure you grab the mirror.
That is a full-sized mirror. Darius ain't moving that.
But if she's able to get it, like, tie it around Balloose, he can drag it in the chest.
Balloose is in the cart. Let him take it.
So what did you say, Jess? Though you were muted.
You were muted.
Oh, she just goes. Sorry, I've been eating ramen and I didn't want the slips to pick up on the mic.
No, that's appreciated. Thank you.
Darius is like, you got it, brother.
Delicious. Darius, you take your family and you flee from the cart. taking just enough time to bind the Mirror of Omniscience around Balus. And what we don't see is all the Taxus now inside of the cart. And he takes a deep breath and lets it out. And he just says to himself, this one's gonna be beautiful. This will be one for the history books. Darius, you watch as the cart violently explodes. Lengths of metal and wood fly out in all directions in this almost beautiful firework-like radiant explosion. Your home for this entire adventure is gone. It's reduced to nothing. You see Balus fly, almost ragdoll style, out of the cart and then catch himself with his wings, a bit awkwardly with the mirror strapped to him, but he's okay. But the cart is gone. And you will see that all the Taxus stands in the rubble, dead center of it. And he dusts himself off, wipes down his pants a little bit, sniffs once, and starts walking.
As he goes away, Darius goes, did the temper tantrum make you feel better?
Hmm?
The temper tantrum.
No.
Didn't figure.
It's more fun to just wallow in those feelings. What's the point of being some boring, omniscient deity? Just letting everything slide off you. It's so much more fun to just feel. I'll see you in 7 days. I already told your friends, but only seems fair to tell you. Bye.
Maybe.
And keeps walking away. Darius, you're in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
The cart was basically from where you guys had last used it. It was on its way. It was in Ventito, and then it was being sent back down towards Elbadil, so that it could then go towards Giron and the other locations. With the timing between these events, it was still on its way. So,
was the other end of the chest destroyed?
no, the chest also would have flown out because it was not the target of his destruction. It was simply it was in the cart. That's all. So the other displacement chest is still there.
Or you could strap the chest to Balus, send the humanoids through it, and instruct him to fly back to the tower.
Yeah.
So Darius,
Mhm.
are you gonna stuff your family in the chest and send them through?
No.
Okay.
Darius will set the chest on Balus, and they will start walking down the road.
Okay.
For the stand-in, he'll obey your commands because one of the previous commands that Ignatius did give him was to protect the other non-party members in, like, Jester Tower as needed, so whatever you need to protect your family.
The rest of you are still inside the tower. Your comrades are conscious, wounded, but conscious. No sign of all the Taxus anymore.
I'm immediately going into medic mode. So I'm attending to people.
You can do so pretty easily.
Darius goes to her goddaughter and is just like, oh my god, like
Darius?
Darius
Darius?
does?
Wrong.
wow.
Elaborate.
Jim never
Granny?
made that slip up before.
I don't know.
That's
I
a weird
think I
one.
was just staring at my notes and like where it's like
Darius.
Darius, because I had just written the scene down.
No, I get it.
Yeah. Rosie's the one with the powerful healing, so apart from laying hands, Ignatius will put all the spell slots he has into Fizzy's coat, so that way she can put out as much healing as possible.
Yeah, I'll do that. I'll use healing spells and stuff.
Fitz is going to put his back to the closest wall and just kind of slide down. And just sort of like leave his mortal form for a while. Just sort of like astral project. Maybe a little bit of I don't know, disassociation. Just sort of like, holy shit. The worst thing that could happen happened.
Michelle, you'll be able to patch up everyone very easily with the number of slots you have and with the healing capability
Yeah.
at your disposal. So
Yeah.
done, super easy.
Cool.
Cass.
Sorry, I'm playing a screw game right now, so I'm...
What do you mean?
No, I can't. Hold on. I can't judge you on playing Sudoku between.
Oh,
when I get really tense, I need to play something.
no, it's okay. It's okay.
Every single person in this group gets stressed. So
I'm
we have to play games.
intentionally cranking the stress on everybody here. This is what it's meant to be for this session, y'all.
Am I the only person not playing a slide game right now?
Listen,
Yeah.
we all have our vices, which is
Mine's called Screw Out.
Yeah, that's what I'm playing.
We all need our copium.
Anyway, what's up? What's up?
Listen, I don't want to do to survive.
you gotta do what you gotta do, man.
I'm also not playing Cookie One. What's this?
So, what are all you guys doing? Fitz is dissociating. Darius, there's no sign of. Granny, you've rushed over to. You're gonna have to remind me of her name again.
Bronach.
Bronach, thank you. And you're checking her over. She's okay and will be okay. Judging by some distant sounds in another room, you feel like the child was just ignored.
At least the god's not a baby killer.
Real?
I
Yeah.
didn't want to do that. Yeah.
me thinking of putting the yellow light on child death on the fucking red light, green light
Yeah,
chart.
I'll be totally honest with you on that chart. I don't touch that one. I I will like briefly like kind of like dance around the topic of like abuse. I'm not super comfortable around the idea of a child.
Yeah, I
being
didn't think you would, but
killed.
I did. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like I'm not doing that. Fizzy is going about acting as a medic. Ignatius is trying to support that in any way he can. Kaz, what are you doing?
My family, dog. What the? Like, her girlfriends and her family are here in this tower. Of course, she's concerned.
Okay. You will hustle over to your girlfriends and your family members. Electos definitely got some of the worst. She's a combatant, so she was able to make some kind of a fight.
I know.
Her arm was reset into position from a particularly nasty break when the healing started happening. But Electos is going to look up at you and go, "Oh, hey, nice to see you again."
I'm sorry that we left the tower.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
Is Vera okay?
Vera is bruised pretty badly. She definitely had the constitution to withstand a few strikes, but she's got some pretty nasty looking bruises that are developing on her body.
I
What the fuck is that?
It might have been my freaking phone vibrating on my quesadilla box. Okay.
It's weird.
I'm sorry.
Is that not okay?
I'll hold my phone up like this instead of on my quesadilla box.
No, it's okay. I didn't know what that noise was, and it threw me off. So, I have a genuine question for you all. Would you like to cut the session short, or do you have some scenes you want to play out? There is no harm in saying yes to cutting it short. I can do that. I basically just gave you a huge bombshell, so.
I mean, personally, I can't think of anything right now.
Okay.
Because I can't. Right now, 50 Boy is in a state.
Yep.
He will likely be out of said state by next session. Hopefully, maybe.
In that case, we will wrap up tonight's session there. Thank you all so very much for being here. I do hope you guys enjoyed. Special thanks to my friends, Jolly, Jess, Jill, Michelle, Becca, and Cody. I hope you guys enjoyed. That's fair. That's also fair. I do apologize for tormenting my friends and players, but occasionally I do have to do that as the GM. So, if you enjoyed
Don't
what we
tell
do,
us sorry. That's not sincere.
no, it is sincere. I do feel bad about making you guys feel bad.
You're languishing in this. You're loving this. I can feel it.
So, with all that said, everybody say bye, stream.
Fuck you.
Bye.
Bye, stream.
Bye, stream.
Bye.